Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK, and I'm really happy to be able to say this again after months. But welcome back to Umineko When They Cry. It's been a while, guys. It has been. A lot has been going on in my life, I can tell you that. And I'm very, very happy to be back here with Umineko When They Cry. It's been longer than I wanted it to be. I never actually really wanted there to be a break in the middle of an episode here, but things do happen. I lost my ability to record for a bit, found a very sketchy way to record off of my Steam Deck, but Umineko When They Cry wasn't there, readily available to play on the old Steam Deck. So I was very limited with what I could do at the time. Eventually, I got a regular computer to record off of, so, less sketchy. And then I went into, trying to mess with my audio settings, which I'm just utilizing right now what, my regular computer has, because I'm back on my regular computer. I'm finally back on the regular grind that is my setup. Everything is back in order for the moment, and that means I get to continue Umineko When They Cry. I have genuinely missed being able to continue the story here, really. And I know a few of you have been asking, hey, when are you going to come back? And I just didn't have the answer to that question. I just did not. And I'm happy that I can get back to it now, It hasn't been too long where I will have forgotten everything. It sucks that I basically had the duration that I took, I think between 3 and 4, that break pretty much happened again here in the middle of 4, and that really does suck. I don't even remember how far we have gotten in episode 4. It has just been that long, which is super unfortunate, but I mean, I'm back now. I'm able to record again on the setup. I don't know how long I'll be able to continue to record as often, as readily available as I will be, but I think, having the opportunity now means that I need to, take advantage. And so I'm going to be on it for sure. We're going to grind through episode 4, maybe take a couple or so weeks before getting into episode 5, and then just keep on going and hoping to, Beatrice, that I don't get burned out or anything. So we will jump back in. Sorry for the long intro, but I want you all to kind of have an idea as to where the hell I've been, I think I had a similar explanation whenever I got onto Fate, whenever I got back to it, when I was recording off my Steam Deck. Words cannot describe how sketchy that setup was. But continuing on here, everything is pretty much exactly the same. My audio settings, my recording settings, everything is pretty much the same. But like I said, I was beginning to experiment before I got back on my regular setup with audio. I'm sure you guys have heard my dogs before, so I'm trying to take advantage of Elgato's tools for being able to get rid of background noise and make myself sound crisp all the time. Because comparing my settings that I was fucking with to what I currently have here on this computer, I have a lot of questions for what I've thrown together here, but these settings have for some reason worked. So I'm going to be experimenting here. So over the next few videos, I may start to sound a little different. Potentially worse, because there was an episode of Fate where I did sound absolutely worse, and there may be times where I sound better. And if all else fails, then in a few videos, I may be back to how I sound right now. Video settings-wise, everything will remain the same. But I'm sure you guys have noticed that my thumbnail style has changed. Just ever so slightly. Link in the description to the artist that created my new little character. Okay, we're right back into it. So, okay, recap. I have absolutely no idea what happened in the previous video because it's been so long. I have done no looking back whatsoever to see what the hell has been going on in the story. But if memory serves, we've been we jumped out of the story here on Rokkenjima to explore Maria's past, and then we were exploring Ange's, I guess, present, or maybe past, her time as a student, and also her time looking for answers, or I guess in this case, the truth. And the topic of the truth being a little, not necessarily misconstrued, but everybody has a different perspective of what is the truth. So we have that going on. And now we had a whole bunch of stuff going on with the Seven Sisters and not believing in anybody like Maria, and that stupid ass stuffed lion that turned into a real boy like Pinocchio, just without the long nose. And then we were able to summon all the Seven Sisters back along with the lion boy. I've forgotten his name, but it'll come back to me. Because Ange was going to Rokkenjima to find answers, or I guess the truth, for herself. So I've spent 6 minutes doing an intro. Let's actually get back into it. Things will come back to me. It's going to be really slow on my part for at least 30 videos, but once we get past that threshold, we'll be smooth sailing. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's going to make an appearance because he's tired of everybody thinking that he's dead. A fun theory, though.
Kinzo というジョーカーはもう少し伏せていたかったところだが、そろそろ切るのが頃合いであろう。切り札は切るためにある。
I've seen so many stupid ass memes and shit. Trying to avoid a whole lot of stuff. Things or memes where like the music is overlaid on it or whatever. From Umineko, because there are just so many tracks from this game. Like, no ordinary person is going to know what the hell any of this is from. And it makes it so perfect. That's my shitty humor.
じいさまは最初から死んでて、その代わりに謎の18人目が紛れ込んでるっていう俺の推理は、ここに来ていきなりバッサリってわけか。
いつかはそなたが金蔵を疑いに来ることは読めておったわ。さあさあ、これでそなたの推理は再びゼロに戻ったぞ。金蔵は最初から死んでいて、その代わりにわらわが18人目として紛れ込んでいたという推理はこれでパーだ。
くそ。
Damn, he's just straight up cursing.
だがくじけねえぞ。一つの推理が外れただけだ。嵐のように、暴風のように襲いかかってやる。
そうでなくてはな、そうでなくてはな。まだまだ第一の晩祭始まっていないぞ。屈服にはあまりに早すぎる。
Actually, wait, what chapter are we in? 11? God damn. We're further in than I thought.
そうね。そして、赤き真実で否定されたわけでもない。今この瞬間の時点で、まだバトラの説は破られたわけではない。勝ったつもりになるのも早すぎるわよ。
そうだな。確かに。あっさり鵜呑みにするにはまだ早いな。じいさまがいよいよ登場する。という、やっぱり体調が悪くなった云々言って、現れない可能性だってある。じいさまは本当は死んでいるという事実を、クラウスおじさんがギリギリまで苦し紛れで引き延ばしているだけかもしれない。
なるほどなるほど。そういう考え方もあるか。好きにするがよい。すぐに決着する。すぐにな。
Yeah, we'll see about that. Unless that's how the first Twilight is going to go down, We're getting ready to introduce Kinzo, and he's actually dead along with 5 others, All of the relatives... Well, actually, I don't know how they'd get away with that, because everybody's here. All of the relatives in Nanjo could be seen in the dining hall. Nanjo sat alone, quietly watching the wind and rain outside. Kraus sat down in the seat of his own rank, with Natsuhi standing motionlessly at his side. The other siblings were gathered at the opposite end of the long table, whispering to each other.
そりゃ本当か。
ええ、マリアは傘をくれた人物をお父様だというのよ。
Okay, that's a little different. That's a little different right there.
ということはつまり、
わしらの作戦は根底から崩れたっちゅうわけか。
But it's interesting, you know? From the get-go with episodes 1 and 2, it's been Beatrice that has given her an umbrella or whatever, or has appeared to Maria. And now here, the person that, you know, we're wondering if they are really alive or dead, you know, gave Maria an umbrella, you know?
作戦も何もお父様が健在で自ら発表があると言った以上、もう兄さんとのくだらない駆け引きは一切不要だわ。
だな。くそ親父め、もったいぶらずにとっとと現れてくれりゃよかったんだ。おかげで俺たちは兄貴と無駄に揉めただけだ。
それを試したかったのかもね。血のつながってない私が言うのもなんだけど、あなたたちのお父様かなり頭はいいわよ。
日中のやりとりは多分使用人の誰かに聞かれてお父様に報告されてたのよ。なんてこと。お父様の遺産が目当てで騒いでることはもうバレバレってことじゃない。ああ、なんてことよ。
Ava uncharacteristically held her head dejected. If, as Kirie had said, everything had been going according to Kinzo's plans from the beginning, and if this was a huge setup that had been kept up for over a year, trying to find the siblings' true intentions, then they had fallen for it completely.
お父さんの耳に入ったとまだ決まったわけやない。
いいえ、入ってるに決まってるわ。兄さん以外の全員がお父様は死んでいると言い切りお父様の健在を信じなかった。ああ、もう終わりだわ。お父様は宣言するのよ。兄さんこそが跡継ぎで私たちには片翼を身にまとう資格もないと宣告するのよ。ああ、私は。
姉さん、しっかり。
I think you're the one that needs to get a hold of yourself. I swear, it's this sprite where her eye is kind of twitching right there that just pisses me off. But it could really be a perspective thing, honestly.
ローザさん、
Because she's kind of at an angle there.
マリ
I
アちゃ
don't
んは
know.
本当に
It still
お父
bothers
様に
me.
傘をもらったのかしら。
After all this time.
どういう意味？
マリアちゃんはお父様に会ったかもしれない。でも私たちは会ってないわ。マリアちゃんがそうだと主張しているだけよ。
そんなマリアが嘘をついてるというの？
落ち着けよ、ローズ。
I mean, you also have to consider, you know, the first 2 episodes where she was saying that she saw Beatrice. Was she lying there? Because you thought, Rosa thought here, well, everybody really thought that, no, she didn't come across Beatrice.
マリアちゃんが嘘をつくとは言ってねえ。だが、マリアちゃんは素直な子だろ。例えばだが、源氏さんあたりが、この傘はおじい様からマリア様に渡すように言われました。マリアちゃんは親父に会ったわけでなくても、おじい様に傘をもらったって言うかもしれねえぜ。
そうね。その手が考えられるわ。
だがな、おじい様がやってきて傘を渡してくれたと。
ええ、そう言ったわ。おじい様から直接受け取ったとはっきり言ったわ。
直接か。お手上げだな。
下手な考え、休むに似たりとはよく言ったものだわ。ちょっと考えてみたら、傘がどうこうなんてどうでもいい問題だわ。
どうしてよ。マリアちゃんが兄さんに買収されて、あたかもお父様が健在であるかのように嘘を頼まれたかもしれないでしょ。傘が確かにお父様から渡されたなんて証拠、どこにもありはしない。
マリアちゃんが誰から傘をもらっていようとも、あるいは傘なんかそもそももらっていなかったとしても、お父様はもうじき現れる。現れたお父様の前に、傘の問題なんて全くどうでもいいこと。つまり、傘の問題が取り沙汰されるのは、そうでない場合ということよ。
そうでない場合ってのは何のことだ？
そうか。キリエさんが言いたいのはこういうことやろ。お父さんもうすぐ出会ってくることになっとるが、また難癖をつけて結局現れん可能性がまだ残ってるっちゅうことやろ。
Which is, you know, coincidentally very likely to happen.
そうよね。私たちの追求に兄さんが苦し紛れの時間稼ぎでお父様が現れると出任せを言ったのかもしれない。やっぱりお父様はすでに亡くなっていて、兄さんは今なおまだ健在であると嘘をつき続けている。
つまりお父様が現れれば全ての策は通用しない。考える必要もない。私たちは訴状の魚、運を天に任せてお父様との直接交渉に臨むしかないわ。それこそ土下座とげんこつを覚悟してお金を無心するしかない。でも逆にお父様が現れなければ私たちの当初の作戦は何も揺るがない。
なるほど。つまりどっちに転ぼうとも今さらあたふたする必要は何もないってことね。
そういうこと。
I dig the optimism that she has.
お父様が現れれば本来の親族会議が行われるだけの話。現れなければ私たちは引き続きクラウス兄さんを追求すればいいだけの話なのよ。
お父さんの機嫌が急に悪くなってみたいなクラウスさんの言い逃れを決して許さんようにせんとな。
どうやら私たちが本当に検討すべきは、兄さんがどんな策を弄してこの場をごまかそうとしてくるかよ。往生際の悪さは私が一番よく知っているわ。
お父様がお元気なら私たちは土下座してお金を無心し、クラウス兄さんの茶番だったなら私たちは醜い兄弟喧嘩を再開し、はあ、今年も素敵な親族会議になりそうね。
だな。下手な考え、休むに似たりってわけか。もうじき22時だな。
Yeah, I'd rather be sleeping around that time.
兄貴に再
Sorry, guys, I'm getting old. Rudolph and the rest looked at Kraus. He was sitting down firmly and looked like he was awaiting Kinzo's arrival with an air of composure. They couldn't tell if he really was composed, or if he was scheming about how to tie together his lie.
あなた。
落ち着きなさい。もう今さらジタバタしても始まらん。源氏さんに任せよう。
もうじき10時ですね。
And that was the time that had been set for tonight's family conference to open. And it was the time that the Ushiromiya family head needed to appear. And right then, they heard the sound of footsteps approaching from the hall. There were multiple sets. Alright guys, place your bets. But only those that have not, gone through this episode yet. You can't place your bets if you know the answer already. Will there be a Kinzo or will there not be a Kinzo? I'm saying yes, there will be a Kinzo. Because, in previous episodes, there was always a corpse. That doesn't necessarily prove that he was dead, that doesn't necessarily prove that he was alive from the beginning. It could always mean that he was dead and just, set up to, be found eventually. But regardless, Natsuhi raised her head, relieved. But because of the sound of a knock, her expression was filled with disappointment. Because Kinzo probably wouldn't have knocked.
失礼いたします。戸締まりの見回りが終わりました。
It was Goda and Kumasawa. Unlike the powerful Goda, it was rare for Kumasawa with her old body to be forced to work this late. Of course, Kraus also seemed to know that.
ご苦労だった。こんな時間まで申し訳ないね。
いいえ、こう見えてもまだまだ夜更かしは得意でございますので。
God damn if I missed that laugh.
熊沢についてだけは立ち会いを外させても良いのでは。さすがに体に応えるでしょう。
使用人も全員揃えろとの命令だ。逆らえん。
Tonight's family conference was clearly different from normal. On a normal year, no one was allowed to attend except family members. To have the servants present for such a thing was unthinkable. But this year was different. All of the servants were told to attend. Of course, they were not allowed to talk. They were there as observers. Just what in the world was happening that needed to be observed by 5 servants? Even Kraus didn't know.
徹夜はこう見えても強いんですよ。旦那様もサバをもりもり食べれば夜ももっとたくましくなれますよ。
なるほど。まだまだお元気でおられる。100歳になっても元気でお勤めに違いない。
奥様、勝手ながら軽食の準備をさせていただきました。いつでも配膳できますので、ご指示を頂戴できればと思います。
ありがとう。やはりあなたは気が利きますね。他の皆さんにコーヒーのおかわりを勧めてください。
かしこまりました。
After nodding, Goda took the pot towards the relatives gathered at the other end of the table. And as he did, more footsteps approached from the hallway. Okay, place your bets again. It was a single set, and it was light. Even before the knock, they could imagine who it was.
失礼いたします。お子様方をゲストハウスへお送りいたしました。
ご苦労でした。今夜は特別な晩です。緊張感を欠かさないように。
はい、かしこまりました、奥様。
I wonder who's gonna die tonight. Genji had gone with Kanon to meet Kinzo. There was still no sign of their return. God damn, is he alive or is he dead? The hand of the clock passed. Well, it's 10 p.m. slightly. Once sure of that, Ava spoke to Kraus.
兄さん、もう時間だけれども、親族会議まだ始まらないのかしら？
主賓の到着が遅れている。しばらく待ちたま
いつまで？悪いけど時間を切ってもらうわよ。お父様がなかなか来ないなんてのを延々と続けて夜明けまで待たされたらたまらないわ。
親父殿のお越しになる時間を私が約束などできるものか。何を焦っているのだね。まずはコーヒーでも飲んで落ち着かんかね。
兄貴、俺たちは親族会議のために集まってるんだ。茶番じゃない。あと30分は待つ。だがそれでダメなら書斎に押しかけさせてもらうぜ。
押しかけるとは物騒な。当主様への敬いにあまりにも欠ける行為です。
I mean, respect has to go both ways here.
そうよね。ごめんなさい。あと30分はおとなしくしてるわ。30分後にも同じ笑いが浮かべられるか楽しみだわ。
親父殿が死んでいると。
それを今さら議論する気はないわ。お父様がここにやってくればいいだけの話。兄さんを言いまかす必要なんて。
後宮家当主は正当なる人間よ。お前が何の策を浪したところで何も抗えんよ。もちろん私もな。
何をわけのわかんないことを。今まで散々自分こそが次期当主だと威張ってきたくせに。
お前の言葉をそのまま返そう。それを今さら議論する気はないね。親父殿がやってきて自らの口でそれを宣言すればいいだけの話だ。お前を言いまかす必要などどこにもない。だったかな。
Kraus casually turned Ava's words back on her. Of course, that added oil to Ava's anger. But it didn't ignite. Because in that instant, the sound of a very loud knock rang out. Oh, here we go. Both Genji and Konon were usually very reserved when they knocked. They wouldn't hit the door with such a violent strength. It was like a judge's gavel slamming down in a call for silence. So everyone went quiet. The door opened slightly, and Genji showed himself. Then he spoke with a serious tone different from his usual one. It wasn't the tone he used when carrying out his duties. It was the tone he used when speaking for Kinzo himself. So just by hearing Genji speak like that, the siblings were struck with a sudden tension. At those words, the dining hall was wrapped in total silence, and everyone hurriedly returned to their designated seats. It was as though students who had been bustling around just before homeroom had suddenly returned to their seats when the teacher came, and it might even have looked humorous, but there was no way anyone would joke about it. Everyone sat in order, and Shannon, Goda, and Kumasawa stood up straight in a row by a row by the wall. There we go.
栄光ある後宮家の当主にして金色に輝ける六軒島の領主後宮金蔵卿のおなりであります。
Of the double doors that led to the dining hall, Genji opened the right door from the inside, and Kanon opened the left door from the outside. Here he is. And there's that sound effect, that door opening sound effect that we've heard so many times already. There he is. And, welcomed by a respectful bow from those two, majestically fluttering his cape, Kinzo appeared. Kinzo's gait had a dignified weight to it, and it was hard to believe that he had reportedly been at the end of his life. Genji pulled back Kinzo's seat and motioned for him to sit. But Kinzo stayed standing, signaling with his chin for Genji to move back. Speak, man, speak. Yeah, close enough.
ようこそ諸君、六軒島へ。何を怯えた顔をしておるのか、エヴァ。
いえ、そんな怯えてるなんて。お父様が大変お元気そうなので、ほっとしただけで。
おお。
Damn, he's having a good time.
エヴァ、お前は相変わらず面白いな。
Oh, he's been drinking.
クラウスとの賭けに負けて悔しいと素直に言えばよいのに。言えないよな。
Eva realized that their conversation during the day had indeed been leaked to Kinzo, and she hung her head, turning red.
さてと、我が息子たち娘たち、そしてその伴侶の諸君、お前たちの就寝している我が財産と当主の継承について、今宵は重要な発表をしようと思う。まず最初に、私はひどく失望していることを伝えようと思う。それは、今日まで誰にもあの碑文の謎を解くことができなかったということだ。
The thing is that apparently it was solved in the previous episode, but I have absolutely no idea what the answer was. It's still shrouded in mystery to the reader. Even though Kinzo said that he was disappointed, a condescending smile rose to his face, as though there was no way the likes of these could have solved it, and his gaze passed through all of them.
私はあれを解けた者に全てを譲り渡すつもりでいた。しかし、今日までに誰も解くことができず、我が全ては誰にも継承されることなく、ここに至っているわけだ。情けない。
Damn.
お前たちの中にそれを受け継ぐ資格を持つ人間が現れなかったことが、私は心底残念であり、そして情けなくざまあないと思っている。
The siblings hung their heads in silence. Of course, they would have solved it if they could. True, they couldn't deny that they had wasted a golden opportunity, but it was just so hard.
よって、私は碑文の謎にて、我が継承者を選ぶことを、ここに中止することを宣言する。つまりはタイムオーバー、ゲームオーバーというわけだ。残念だったな、お前たち。お前たちには等しく公平にチャンスがあったはずなのに、それが今ここについえた。
It truly sounded like Kinzo was making a victory proclamation.
ならば、当主は長男のクラウスに継承されるのか？答えはノーである。
Oh.
わかっているよな、クラウス。お前には確かに次期当主という肩書きを与えた。だが、お前はそれに溺れただけだ。
Yeah, I have to agree with Kinzo on that one.
次期当主というのは
お父さんの後を継ぐという意味です。
違う。次期当主というのは当主が約束されたものではない。いいかクラウス、二度と教えないからよく聞けよ。次期当主というのはな、自分以外にも当主を狙う奴がいたらその花を徹底的にへし折って二度と逆らえないようにしてやるやつのことを言うのだ。これは何も当主だけのことではない。金についても言える。金持ちというのは金を持っているやつのことではない。自分より金を持っているやつ全てを叩き潰し、そして誰よりも金をかき集められるやつのことを言うのだ。才能も同じ。天才とは才能に秀でたやつのことではない。自分より秀でたやつを全て叩き潰し、自分を天才と全ての人間に呼ばせることを力とカリスマで強要できるやつを指している。お前はその全てにおいて勘違いしているのだよ。だから次期当主の器ではないのだよ。
Damn, he is enjoying this, like, to the fullest here.
勉強になります。
Perhaps that truly was Kinzo's philosophy. As a result of faithfully carrying out that rant-like philosophy of his, Kinzo had glorified the Ushiromiya family to the state that it was in today. It may be hard to imagine after his immersion in the occult in recent years, but that brutally overbearing outlook was no more or less than Ushiromiya Kinzo's charisma and aura.
このような不甲斐ないクラウスに後ろ宮家の全てを継承する資格などない。ならばエヴァ、ルドルフ、ローザの3人にはあるのか？
Fuck no.
これも脳である。碑文の謎を解けず、さりとてクラウスを引きずり下ろす策も浪せず、お前たちにできたのは3人寄せ集めで共同戦線を張ってクラウスから金をせびろうとしたことだけ。しかもその策も浅はかそのもの。クラウス一人を追い詰めることさえできやしない。情けないことこの上なし。次期当主の座をどんなことをしてでも奪い取ろうという貪欲さが足りぬ。欲しいもののためにはいかなる犠牲も払い、どこまでも貪欲となるべし。幸運の女神は貪欲なる者にこそ微笑む。その野生の精神がないお前たち3人にクラウス同様に継承の資格などありはしない。
Well, damn. Who is fit for, having the position? I do wonder if even anybody here on this island is. Ava and the rest had no words to respond with, and they couldn't calculate what it was Kinzo was about to say. Was Kinzo actually planning to proclaim that no one would succeed the headship? If so, that would work to Ava, Rosa, and Rudolph's advantage. After all, in the end, they'd just have to renegotiate everything among the siblings after Kinzo's death, splitting the inheritance evenly. It would surely be more troublesome if a specific person's name was raised and proclaimed to be the successor. But would Kinzo really say something to benefit any of the 4 siblings after demeaning them so much?
まさか誰にも引き継がないからと。
I wonder if any of the kids actually would be fit. I don't think it would be Battler. It could be George, honestly.
お父様ならやりかねないという恐怖はあるわ。
頭に血が上ってるだけさ。しばらくは聞き流すしかねえ。
ではお父さん、次期当主についてはどういうお考えをお持ちですか？
お前たちに完全に失望した以上、私は誰に引き継ぐ気も失った。よって後ろ宮家はこれで終わる。私の代で終わりだ。
Wow.
そういうわけには。
後ろ宮家などあの震災の時にとっくに滅んでおるわ。今の後ろ宮家など私がつかの間だけ見ている黄金の幻想に過ぎぬのだ。私が夢より覚めれば終わる程度のもの。この世など全ては夢、幻。
Oh yeah, this man's been drinking, smoking, who knows?
死という目覚めの前には白チュームと同じよ。ああ、そうだ。元よりそうだったのだ。私が死ぬ時に全てを失うのがベアトリーチェとの契約、そして呪い。そうはいくか、ベアトリーチェ。お前を捕らえるのはこの私だ。今宵それは現実となるだろう。
My man, calm down, it's okay. For a while, Kinzo was overcome with cackling and his eyes bulged. Whenever he talked about Beatrice, it was always both eloquent and insane.
お前たちのような愚かなる息子たちなどまさに白チューム。初めからいなかったも同然よ。
Damn.
消えろ、覚めろ。真実の私のまどろみと共に消え去ってしまえ。私を継承するに値する何者も築き上げてこなかった出来損ないどもめ。
金蔵さん、よろしいか
な。何か我が友よ。
Nanjo nervously raised his hand, asking to speak. Kinzo allowed him to.
金蔵さんの気持ちもわかる。子供たちを愛するがゆえに大きな期待を寄せ、同じく子供や孫を持つ身としてよくわかります。しかし金蔵さんは非凡だ、天才だ。そんな金蔵さんに追いついて当然というんではちょいとひどすぎるんじゃないかね。それでもそんな金蔵さんに追いつこうとクラウスさんもエヴァさんもルドルフさんもローザさんも、そしてその伴侶の皆さんもよく頑張っています。
ほほう、よく頑張ってどの程度の金を稼ぎ上げたというのか。
Yeah, not a whole lot.
事業にことごとく失敗して借金を抱え。
Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen like a glimpse of everybody's situations and how kind of fucked they are. I mean, for Kraus, we have an idea of how fucked he is. For Ava and, shit, what's his name? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name. No, and her partner. Until I remember what his name is. Sorry, this is gonna happen multiple times for the next few videos. You know, it's gonna happen. We saw that they, I don't know, have we seen what they have going on? We've heard about it. We've seen a bit of what's going on with Rudolph, and we definitely have seen what's going on with Rosa. Oh god damn, have we seen what's going on with her? And yeah, none of these situations seem to be really good whatsoever.
未だに私のすねをかじろうという間抜けどものどこがよく頑張っていると言えるのか。この世のすべては金として結晶しているのだ。それがつかめぬということはこの世を掴んでおらぬということ。魂がこの世をしっかり掴んでおらぬということは生きるに値せぬということだ。消えろ、我が生と現実から消え去ってしまえ。
それは暴論です。その理論から言ったら私だって生きていてはいけないことになる。そんな私でも金蔵さんと過ごしたチェスの時間は 共に価値あるものだったと信じていますぞ。世の中お金で買えないものもたくさんあることを金蔵さん自身が誰よりもご存知のはずだ。
Oh, speaking of chess, over the past few months or so, I've been kind of, trying to learn the absolute basics of chess, and I'm still in like early baby levels of chess right now. So I'm nowhere near like, strategy or anything like that. Definitely not. I'm still fucking stupid when it comes to chess, but knowing how it all operates, finally I'm somewhere. Hopefully by the end of this playthrough, I will have learned a little bit of stuff with chess. As the siblings motionlessly hung their heads, they cheered Nanjo on inside their hearts. Not one of the siblings could offer their opinion in front of Kinzo in a rage, but Kinzo's close friend Nanjo alone was allowed to. Even though Kinzo had raged so fiercely, after being admonished by Nanjo, he nodded several times as though in agreement. The surprisingly obedient side of him might have seemed cute, but there was no one here who could laugh.
確かに息子さんたちは金蔵さんほどの財は築き上げられなかったかもしれない。
And some have gone in the opposite direction.
まあそれでも私から見れば羨ましいほどのお金持ちではありますがな。しかしお金だけでなくお金では買えないたくさんのものを築き上げました。それについて言えば金蔵さんにも負けないくらいです。
ほう、金で買えぬ何を積み上げたというのか。
幸せです。家族です。彼らは素晴らしい伴侶を見つけ、子を産み、それぞれの幸せな家庭を築かれています。あなたの一族を繁栄させ、そして孫を連れ帰ってきてくれました。孫はいいですぞ。私たち年寄りは私たちには見ることもかなわぬ新しき時代を生きるだろう若き孫に、それは老境の唯一の楽しみではありませんか。
Damn. That's actually a really good, overall statement here.
思い出しなさい、金蔵さん。
Kind of makes me think about my grandmother who passed away 6, 7 or so years ago.
彼らが初めて孫を連れて帰ってくれた時の喜びを息子さんたちは、そして孫たちは金蔵さんの偉業を後の世まで伝え模範としてくれることでしょう。それはお金がいくらあろうとも孤独なる身にはなせぬことです。
The siblings all nodded in agreement. Certainly Kinzo had looked happy when his grandchildren had just been born, back when he still had some sanity in his heart. However, did Kinzo's heart still contain a human's warmth?
それはつまり、私が成した巨万の富の代わりに、金を儲ける代わりに、孫を儲けたと、そういうわけか。
いえ、そういう意味では。
私が稼ぎ上げた数百億という財産の代わりに、息子たちは一人ずつ孫を儲けたというわけか。
Well, actually, you got 2 from one of them.
それは素晴らしい。つまりは100億を投じて命を一つ生み出したと、そういうわけだ。これは面白い。錬金術的に考えて実に面白い例えではないか。
It's a twisted way of looking at it, but yeah.
ほう、なんと価値ある孫たちなのか。素晴らしい、素晴らしい。そうなのか、クラウス。お前の娘には100億の価値があるというのか。
Damn. Kraus couldn't answer instantly. It wasn't that he didn't have confidence in his daughter, it was because he didn't have a clue what Kinzo was trying to test him with in this question. But then Natsuhi was then pressed for an answer, and she responded, breaking Kraus's silence with an answer of her own interpretation.
はい、ジェシカは100億のお金を積まれても手放せない娘です。その意味において、お金では数えられない価値があると信じています。
ほう、100億の価値があると言い切るか。ほほう、エヴァはどうか。お前のところのジョージはどうだ。
Hey, I like George personally. Since Natsuhi had answered that way, Ava naturally came up with her own answer as well. Even though Ava should have known better than to respond to a provocative question like this, she answered as well.
お父様、ジョージには100億の、いいえ、それ以上の価値があります。それはお金で買えないという抽象的な意味ではありません。ジョージは必ずや自らの価値に等しいだけの財産を築き上げるでしょう。お父様の偉業を継ぐにふさわしい孫となるはずです。
Ava sent a glance at Hideyoshi and Natsu. There we go, Hideyoshi. I knew it was like a fancy name. God damn, I can't believe I forgot his name. But like I said, that's going to happen multiple times going forward. But Ava sent a glance at Hideyoshi and Natsuhi as if she'd scored a point. Even when she heard what Ava had said, Natsuhi was about to add more praise for her daughter, but stopped at a glare from Kraus.
なるほど。ならばルドルフはどうか。お前のところのバトラはどうだというのか。
うちのバトラはジョージ君に比べられちゃ言われることは何もね
え。Damn.
誘拐されて身代金を100億よこせと脅されたらのしをつけて進呈したい程度のやつではある。
Well, you gotta appreciate the honesty here.
さらにバカで無鉄砲だ。偉そうな夢やできるわけもねえことを語り出す。その一点においてはバカ100億人分に匹敵する大バカだろうさ。だがバカもできねえ凡人どもが100億人束になってもできねえことをきっとあいつはやり出すだろうよ。ま、俺はどうせこけるだろうとは思ってる。世の中は甘くねえ。しかし100億の凡人を眺めるよりは奴の人生は干渉して愉快なものになるだろうことだけは疑ってねえぜ。
Ava clicked her tongue at the clever style of speech, which would probably match Kinzo's tastes. Apparently Rudolph had done that on purpose, so he grinned back at her.
マリアはどうか。
Haha.
マリアは私の可愛いたった一人の娘です。お金の価値で測れるものではありません。それだけです。
なるほど。夢と未来、奇跡と可能性は我が魔力の源泉だ。希望をなくしていかなる魔法も力を持ちはしない。すでに凡百であることを証明してしまったお前たちには、なるほど。孫たちには未来の可能性があり、魔法的奇跡を期待する価値はあり得るというわけか。それをもって100億以上の価値と言ってみせるなら、わからぬでもない。
When Kinzo got in a rage, he wouldn't let anyone speak up. But even so, he would sometimes accept something on his own while yelling by himself and change his own opinion. That's what this felt like to the siblings. Apparently, even though Kinzo had been disgusted by his unsuccessful children and had cast them away as being unfit for the inheritance of his title or his fortune, well, he wasn't sure about his grandchildren. At this rate, he might soon say that the inheritance would go to his grandchildren instead of the siblings. As the siblings sat in fear of what their fickle and short-tempered father might suddenly think of next, they carefully watched his every move. Damn, just give it to any of the servants, honestly.
考えを少し改めよ。お前たちに我が全てを継承する気は全くない。しかし、孫たちの誰かにその資格があるかどうかを問うのはなかなかに面白いことだ。いつまでも子供だと思っておったが、ひょっとすると私を驚かせるような原石のきらめきを見せてくれるかもしれぬ。そしてそれを期待し試すのは、なるほど。我が余生最後の道楽としても捨てがたい。さて、これはどうしたものか。
Honestly, I think you should just go waltz over to the fucking guest house and go interview him.
ジョージならお父様の後を継ぐにふさわしいと
Ava.
私は自信を持って推薦できます。
Ava, please. As a George stan, I need you to shut up. Ava claimed that right away. Natsuhi looked like she was about to follow along, but Kraus gave her a look telling her to restrain herself, so she swallowed her words.
勇ましいではないか。では、こうしよう。後宮家の家督と財産のすべてを受け継ぐ資格があるかどうか。
お父様。
しかし、それはお前たちの誰かに間接的に家督を引き継ぐという意味ではない。お前たちにはすでに失望しているのだ。お前たちに与えるものは今や何もない。何もな。私が問うのは孫たちだ。そして引き継ぐかもしれないのも孫たちだ。それを決して勘違いするな。
お父さんの判断に従います。
同じくだ。親父の決定に従うぜ。なあ、姉貴。
もちろんよ。お父様が賢明な判断をされると信じています。
私もお父様の判断に従います。
I mean, you guys don't really have a choice.
孫たちをどのように試すかは考えよう。そしてそれはお前たちには今さら関係のない話だ。当主継承とお前たちはもはや何の関係もないのだから。だからこの場ではお前たちに関係のあるもう一つの話をしようではないか。
Oh yeah, what would that be?
もう一つの話と。
Yeah, is there like a certain woman that's going to be paying us all a visit? You know, one that wants to kill us or some shit? I don't know. All right, we are going to wrap it up there, though. Guys, I can't believe it. I'm back. Wait, hold on. When was the last time I saved? November 13th. Yeah, it's been a little bit, guys. It has been a little bit. Wow. Wait, am I seeing that right? Okay, yeah. Okay, I forgot that, like, I'm not saving, like, after every time I record. I was like, whoa, like, hold on now. That really confused me, but okay. There we have it. Yeah, I'm back, guys. It's such a feeling to be back here. While I was, you know, reading along and everything, I was just thinking in my head, there's going to be so much crazy shit that's going to happen for sure. So much that I really just cannot anticipate any of it. This game continues to throw me for a loop. And we've got so much of it left to go. We're not even halfway, not even close to halfway, probably, with the entire series here. So it's going to be a fun ride, I'm sure. But honestly, guys, thank you all for sticking around. I mean, if you waited as long as you did, thank you. There was a point, actually, when I made a post on the YouTube post tab saying, hey, I'm going on an indefinite hiatus. I just can't record anymore. I just don't have the capabilities. But deep inside, man, I wanted to so bad that I was willing to set up one hell of a sketchy setup and just, you know, see what I can do. See if I can make it work, because recording is still something I really enjoy to do, to kind of just get away from the world, you know? And it's always been like that for 10 plus years now. So I am happy to be back here with Umineko. And to all of you that stuck it out, thank you very much. And yeah, it's going to be a fun ride to the end, I'm sure. If you enjoyed this episode, or if you enjoyed this video, sorry, make sure you leave a like, subscribe for more, because there will be more. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, guys.